the laws. How's it going? Right, let's turn that heater off. At 30-second time, it'll time down, then it'll go off. You'll be able to see me a bit better. Yes, that's right. We have a heater in the shed. It's the best thing they ever bought. It's brilliant. This place is so warm. So, right, what's been happening? The last time we filmed any work, we was working on this stump and we fixed the tail. Okay. Since then, I've finished the covering on the fuselage. It's shut down now. Finished covering on the fuselage. The wings are all covered, as you'd know. If you remember, because I did put a photo on the community, YouTube community group, there was a white area here with a black finish on the turtle deck to highlight that. I spent a lot of time looking at it. I didn't like it. When I initially did it, I did like it, but as I moved the green up here towards the cockpit, I didn't. There was too much green there. That black and white scrolling should have been there. The scalloping should have been there, for closer to the back of the cockpit. So yeah, I didn't like it. So I cut that out, recovered it green. And I thought, because this green is such a bright, vibrant, modern colour, and it's my favourite colour green at the moment. It's my favourite colour of covering material. I love it. And white and black goes really well with it. So I've got a roll of white and black RIpmax Aerofilm, which, as you know, is my favourite covering at the moment. I've covered the rudder white, elevators are green, they're all done. The cowl, I'm going to get a coat, oops, put that up there. The cowl is going to get a coat of gloss white, Guild fuel proof paint. So it'll be a white cowl, white rudder. Wheels, well, the undercarriage struts are black, main wing mounting campaigns are black. So yeah, I want to put a really modern design on this. You know, sharpen it up a bit. So yeah, I've been using this cover grip and I really love it. I've used it on every seam. Anyway, it's awkward around the joins and stuff. You paint it on, it dries, you use your iron, it reactivates and it really grabs that stuff down. I can't see it lifting. Well, it leaves a bit of a mess. So what you do is you get a bit of lighter fluid, you clean it off with lighter fluid, it comes straight off and you put a nice shine on your film, really cleans it up. I've not done everywhere on this yet because we're going to trim it, and when it's all trimmed, then I shall clean it off with this, and then I shall go around the edges of the trim with some fuel proof that, I think. So yeah, I'm going to pan you down, I'm going to show you what I've done, and then we'll have a go at trimming this wing up and see what we can come up with. So yeah, let's get you down here. So what we've got, guys, is I've got a piece of XPS, which is laminate flooring underlay. It's foam, basically. And what I've done is I've cut like an abstract shaped star out of it, and I've marked using masking tape and a pencil. I've marked 1 and 1 there, 2 and 2 there, 3 and 3 there, 4 and 4 there, so I know where these pieces go. So my idea, well, what I'm going to do is it's going to be white star, and then what I've got is these pieces then that I've cut. These give me a template for some black to go into the star and things like that. What I'm exactly going to do, I don't know. I'm struggling with this one. I've gone with the idea of a star. We'll put that on first, and then we'll experiment with some black, trim it in, put it in, and see what we come up with. It's one of the things I do when I trim a model is I just have to. I'm not very artistic. I just have to sort of start with something and build it in, work into it, and figure it out as I go. So I've cut out a white star already, so I'll just move this template out of the way a little bit. What I do when I make my templates from this is I don't actually cut around these, just in case I was to slip, put a knife through and ruin the template. What I actually do is mark around it with a Sharpie and then just use a straight edge and put the trim that way. So I'll just move that over there. Also move this fuselage really, give us a bit more room. So I've marked a reference point on this wing of where this goes, okay? Let me see if I can get this all the way around, figure out where it's going. That's it. So the long part of the star goes across the top of that rib, right? Which put that one goes just off there. That's there, and this one should just touch the end of the aileron. It's a little bit off, so around like that. Like that. That's it. It's about there. Okay. I'll just check that that's right. So that's end of the aileron. That's on the edge of that rib there. That's that way a little bit. So I'll mark that now. There and there. Right, cover grip. I've probably said it over and over and over, but I am loving this stuff at the moment. Okay, found my paintbrush and I've got rid of that fuselage and took the corner out of the way there. So I'm just going to paint this on here lightly. You don't need a lot. It really doesn't need a lot. I mean, in actual fact, with the RIpmax Aerofilm, you don't actually need it at all. It will stick to itself. I've got the Hobby King Sunbird over there, which I put quite a lot of trim on with RIpmax Aerofilm, and it's never come off. But I just want to make sure with this one, it's going to have a big engine, a lot of prop wash, a lot of glow fuel, so make sure this is all stuck down well. Okay, let's move that out of the way and bring that into shot. So, that in between those 2 points, which is about there, that's onto that point there, that down. That's off a little bit, I'll slide it, there's got to go. Oh guys, I've moved you around so you can see a bit better. You're behind me now. So, here's what I've done. I've cut that from the template. Soon came to the conclusion that's too wasteful. So what I've done is I've just used the width of the ruler and I've cut a load of straight lines. So we'll just have an overlap wherever they meet. Okay, so that's the idea. We're going to go around the star, like that, and then I'll show you what we're going to do. Lift trim this piece up, put this one in, and we'll do it with this. In fact, I can actually put this on here now, it'll be easier. So don't worry about this just going where it don't need to. It cleans straight off with a light fluid after, and it doesn't affect the glue that's under the film. So just take your finger, around like that. Yep. A little bit. Pause it there, I'll come back in a second. Oh guys, right. I had to pause you. I couldn't do it and talk. It's like I said, I'm not particularly artistic, so I do struggle with it. I have to sort of just do it as I go and think about it. But I'm happy with this, really happy with it. Where's my knife? This cover grip gets a bit sticky after a while. Just move there onto there. Just moved away. That's it. That's the one. Want to see it? Easy to show you like this. So if you can see there's cover grip. Now obviously that's obvious what's happened then. I've done something I didn't like and I've took it off and started again. It was getting too busy, okay? So basically all of this will be trimmed off tomorrow. It'll be ironed down to there, trimmed off in the gaps, ironed down. I just want the cover grip to dry. I can put the iron over it. That is not cut. It's not. I've got to cut it. It is a flash running into the star. That's how I've sort of designed it. So The front of the wing there is black, as you can see, like that, right? So yeah, it's sort of like a modern twist on an old plane, but it's the colours look really good. Model R's, okay? So you just watched the first part of that. I was going to do this as a two-part video, but I'm just going to blend it all into one. And I finally come up with an idea, a design, as you can see. Not artistic, properly not artistic. That's why I was using the cover grip and just positioning things and trying to make something work. As I come through, he was getting really busy, man. I just kept adding and trying to like sort it out, and then I thought, someone's got to give, take something away, thinner stripe, and then all of a sudden it starts to come together. To come up with like a design is difficult, especially with something like this, because what I'm trying to achieve is like a modern take on a old sort of aircraft. When I decided I was going to cover it in film, that was the sort of route I wanted to go down. But yeah, obviously, as you saw, I was using the cover grip, putting it on, it got a bit messy, got a bit busy. I removed a lot of what I did, I undone a lot of it. Added the black to the corner of the wing with the white star going on to that, which made a big difference, and then some thinner stripes and just flashing into the star and stuff really sort of brought it out. So what I'm actually going to do now is I'm going to do the bottom wing. I've had some time to think about this, because this is now a few weeks after I did the covering that you've just seen. In that time, unfortunately, we've had a family bereavement. The wife's nan sadly passed away 2 weeks ago today. And the unfortunate thing is she lived up in Scotland, so it's like a 9-hour drive. We've had to go up and sort it all out, sort the house out and all this stuff, and we've actually got to go back on Thursday. So modelling's been a bit like trying to get working, trying to get any spare time. It just hasn't been there. But I've got a few hours now, so I'm going to do this bottom wing. I've had time to think about it. Really simple what I'm going to do. But what I want to do is I want to show you me using the cover grip the way it's meant to be used. So what I'll do is I'll bring you down and we'll get this bottom wing trimmed. Hopefully you guys can see all this okay. So quite simple, same thing again, using the foam underlay. What I've done is I've just cut some templates, simple triangular shapes. It's kind of my go-to idea for trimming up stuff, really. It's just simple. So we've got 3 of those. They all blend into each other like that on the edge of that wing. And then the star that I used for the tail on the plane, I've just cut one of those up just to come off the edge of this triangle down here there. And again, thin black stripes just to trim it up. So simple as that. And what I've done is I've marked the wing, both sides, where these go. Now I use actually the ribs as reference points to make sure that I'm doing it the same both sides. I'll measure in like here, second rib inching, point of the triangle goes there, and at what point it goes across there. So I use that as references, and do the same on that wing. It's just how I do it. They're never going to be exact, you know. I mean, I am cutting these from templates and stuff. I don't have like a plotter cutter or anything like that. So yeah, so now it's marked up. I've got the lines drawn. I know where it's going. It's basically a case of get the cover grip and just paint it inside those lines. In fact, just outside the line, so there's some for the black trim as well. So just basically just covering that area. I'll get that on. Again, once it's all on, I'll come back with my finger and I'll smooth it out around the leading edge. I did some fuel proofing on this model as well, on some of the things that I painted, like the oil tank, some of the bits and bobs I'd painted, and I've fuel proofed them with a gold fuel proofer. Wasn't sure how I felt about that product, but I put it on. It seems to have gone on really well. It's dried really well, and I have actually experimented by putting a little bit over the seams of that trim on the tail. You can hardly tell it's there. So once this is all finished, I should go around all the just over the edges with a thin layer of fuel proofer, just to seal them and hopefully stop them from lifting. Keep painting that on. Ain't the weather been absolutely wicked these last few days? It's almost sort of teasing us, isn't it, into saying, you know, we're gonna have a nice summer. If anybody saw the video from Saturday, we got out flying at our other club field. It's a really nice change. Didn't film much flying, just wanted to sort of show the sort of banter and laughs we have at the field, you know. I've got to find a way around this issue of filming flying. The thing is, because I go with Chris Deadly, he doesn't do a particularly good job of filming my flying. It might be a case of I'll go for a GoPro on in my head or something. Who knows? Yeah, I'm just smoothing that out now with my finger. It's really extremely sticky stuff, this really goes tacky. So yeah, that's on. So basically it's just a case now of letting that dry. And then we'll place the film on and just hit it with the iron. Simple as that. Yeah, you can see that glue is on. So yeah, just let that dry. It's pretty much the same as like a white glue. PVA, it'll go clear. And yeah, when it does that, we just lay the trim on top. We get the iron. With this RIpmax stuff, I think about 130. Just iron it on. It's perfect. It's never coming off. So yeah, I'll leave that to dry, and I'll come back to you when it is dry, and we'll do that. We'll see you in a bit. Okay, modelers. So the cover grip's pretty much dry. So that means we've got to get out the iron. The donkey's years old iron. Sounded like a scrap man then, didn't I? The donkey's years old iron that I've had to put a new power cable to the back of, solder up the cables inside, tape the body together. I mean, it's like a Dyson. It goes around corners and stuff. It's brilliant. To be honest, I do worry about plugging this in every time I do it. But never mind, eh? Okay. Right, that's on. We'll put it over there. We'll keep an eye on that and make sure nothing sets on fire. And we'll get the trim. Work out which one's which. But we'll start down here with the star. So that's going to go on and blend into this white triangle here. So we'll plonk that there like that. That's going to be lovely. Wait for that to cook to temperature. Or burn the place down, one of the two. That's that one. So we'll put these in order. That one's that one. That's the second one. While I'm just waiting for that, what I will just say, once this is done on this side of the wing, I'll end this video. I'll take the plane outside with the one side done and put the wings on and just show you that quickly. I will put some photos of it completed on the community once it's done. When it's going to be done, I don't know. But I didn't want to do you like a full sort of video on this, just little bits as I'm going on, because this build's been going on for years and years. And I've got other things I need to do. Whatever the way it is, I've got to get these gliders ready. I've got to get them sorted out. I've got to get some of these models ready for this year. The MXS is working well. Things are coming together, but I've got a project down here that I'm going to do, and I think it's going to be a fun one. Basically what I've got is I've got a Watt 4, is it the, I think it's the Mark 3, it's a tapered wing one. I've actually got a set of wings here. I've been offered a set of wings by a friend. I've got a fuselage which is battered, and I've got a tail section which is perfect. So what we're going to do is we're going to make a new fuselage, or two new fuselages, and make one or two new planes. I'm actually going to donate to the club as club trainers. So yeah, we'll that'll be something good to video. So right, okay, iron seems to be up to temperature. Bottom's a bit tacky. That's the cover grip, that is. So just iron that down. So yeah, so that temperature is 130, and that's sticking it and just shrinking out any sort of bubbles or creases at the same time. Okay, we'll get to this one next. Run that in. Now here's the thing, because we're overlapping here, we're going to want a little bit of cover grip just on there, on the edge. Right. Lovely. Now I don't know why, but when you, again, I'm fascinated by this stuff, this cover grip. When you use it like this, you don't get any bubbles or air pockets trapped under the film, and I can't work out why that is. What you do though is you pick up the glue on the iron. It does get everywhere, but I did say before, the lighter fluid cleans it straight up. It also puts like a shine on the film. Well, I guess you don't put shine on the film. I guess it just really cleans the film up, making it shiny, I suppose. It makes it cleaner than it comes out of the factory. I'm just rolling that round the leading edge, and when it's all on, I'll trim a nice straight line into that. Okay, that's that. See if I can sort of show you where we're going with this. If you can see that there, there's a star coming off the bottom there. So now this one, just dropping that inside the lines and where I drew with that with Sharpie. Right in there, stretch that out. That's it. The dangerous iron. Yeah, even here on this open structure between the ribs, there is no bubbling, no creasing, no nothing. It's going on perfectly flat. So another job I have got to do with this model is I've got to make some wing bags. Keep these wings protected. Keep the tail protected. I'll try and keep it like this for as long as I can. And I've just got a little bit of air bubble in there, just one. Just pop it with a knife. Now it's gone. Okay. Put that around there. it's a bit of a compound curve. Well, not, it's not a compound curve, but it sort of drops down there. So what I'm doing, I'm just holding the film off, shrinking it and pulling it over, and that just keeps any sort of creases out. It gives me a nice finish. When I came back into this hobby in 2021, so I had a bit of a break from it. I don't know if I mentioned it before, but a lot had changed, and I found that the change was massive from when I was really into it in like 2010, 2012. I was doing a hell of a lot of flying, hell of a lot of modelling, and then I got into, well, I've always been an angler and I've always been a carp angler, but I got into carp fishing. I ended up becoming a bait tester. I was sponsored. I was a field tester for material, you know, new products and stuff. And when I stopped fishing and I came back into flying model airplanes, I needed a hobby. I needed to get back into something. A lot had changed. You know, people was flying a lot of foam aeroplanes. Solar film had disappeared. And because electric and foam do not interest me in any way, shape or form, I started to get a bit worried. You know, I was looking around on the internet for stuff covering materials and things, and there was a lot of sort of information out there, a lot that was hard to sort of get my head around. And I dug out an old model, do some repairs on it, and I needed some covering film, and I went to my local model shop and I brought what was 2 rolls of Easy Coat, a red and a blue, and I put this stuff on this aeroplane, and it was disastrous. It was absolutely terrible. The clear film came away from the glue, because with that stuff the glue is actually, the colour is the glue basically. And it made an absolute mess of this aeroplane, and I started to worry. I was thinking, is it possible to do this hobby the way I want to do it? And then I stumbled across this RIpmax Aerofilm. Again, it was the same model shop, and my mate who works in there, he said that the rep had been in and showed him some samples of it on a plane and all that. But the price was too good to be true. But I've used it now for about 3 years, and I've got it on models here, and it's absolutely perfect. So yeah, it was nice to find that. So I do hope that RIpmax continue to make this RIpmax Aerofilm, because it's sort of saved me in a way. Okay, 2 black lines on that first bit of white there. It's amazing how the minute you put the black on, it comes to life. So run that into there. Put that on there. Yeah, what I find is as well, when I tell anybody that those sort of foam models and electric models, just they don't interest me. I get people saying, oh, you know, it's better than gloves, better than IC, you don't have to do this, you don't have to do that. But people get right on defensive and tell me how, you know, try and tell me how it's better. But at the end of the day, the hobby is as you enjoy it. That's what it's meant to be. That's what it's meant to be about. And if I don't enjoy it or don't have any interest in it, then that's my choice, isn't it? You know, that's up to me. But I do sort of really, you know, find that you get sort of preached to about it, about electric and stuff. And it's really a bit annoying at times. But yeah, it's each their own. As long as everybody's having fun, that's all that matters. But for me, it does nothing for me at all. You mention it and you get this IC versus electric sort of thing happening, which I'm not interested in. I'm just interested in enjoying the hobby the way I want to enjoy it. Right guys, listen, so these don't go on too long. You can see what I'm doing. I'm going to pause you for a few minutes. I'm going to crack on and get some of these stripes on and trimmed up and that, and we'll come back in a bit. We also need to check the time because I have got school run to do. As far as I know, I could be here covering this and my baby's waiting in the playground. So yeah, just pause you for a second and I'll be back. Hey modelers, so all the black lines are on. She's all finished. There you go. Front edge is trimmed up, look. That just took me a few minutes. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to give it a clean up. So it's simple, basic light fluid, bit of kitchen towel. Let me just a bit on there. Just gently just wipe it over. I don't know if you can, how much that the camera's going to pick up. It's very clean that's becoming, but it's really good. If you get any stubborn areas of the cover grip, just wipe the lighter fluid over. Let it start to dissolve it, and then just come back over with a cloth and wipe it off. But yeah, it's really simple. See how clean it's coming. There you go, it's coming off now. So just give it a minute just to soak in and then it'll just come off. You can see I'm being quite abrasive over this this film, and it's not lifting. It's staying well stuck down. That's what I like about that cover grip. I mean, it's similar in a way to what was Balsa Lock, but obviously this is deluxe material, so it's very easy to get. But yeah, very impressive product. I'm very happy with it. It's given me a bit more comfort in stuff. You know, that I've always been sort of thought along the lines of, I don't want to put effort into something if it's going to come away, it's going to start, you know what I mean? Like you see these models, they take off and the trim comes off and things. I don't want that. I like things to stay put. So yeah, I'm very impressed. I'm impressed with the RIpmax Aerofilm and I'm impressed with the cover grip. gives me just a bit more confidence in, you know what I mean, in something that's going to stay and stay put. And if I can make some protective wing bags and bags for the tail sections on the fuselage, this should stay in good condition for quite some time. I don't know if anybody watching this follows Mark Robinson, but he built a Great Plains Trainer 60 that he covered in that easy coat that I was talking about earlier. But anyway, that's not the point. The point is he had a bit of a mishap with that model. He did a YouTube video on it, and I think what happened was his model was sort of in the pits, and somebody crashed the model into his and damaged the leading edge of the wing, and he did a repair. He made a YouTube video of it, and he did a repair on the wing. And he said in that video, some of that completely changed the way I think about things. I used to be so precious about my models, you know, oh, they can't be scratched, I can't get a prop through the film, and it really, really would get quite stressful at times, you know, thinking, how do I stop this from happening, how do I stop that from happening. When he did this video with his Great Plains Trainer 16, he fixed the leading edge. He said in that video something along the lines of, it's the hobby we're in, they're going to get dinks, damaged, they're going to have patches on them and things like that. And I thought about it, and I thought, you know what, that is so right. And since I watched that video, I thought about that, and I thought, yeah, don't be so precious about your planes, enjoy them. And it's made a big difference the way I think about it. So, yeah. But what I'm going to do, you see that's pretty much done now. There's very little effort. All that glue is off. The film is really clean and shiny. I'm going to take this now, do some photos of it, put some photos of this on the end of the video. I've still got to do that side of the wing. That's going to be when I come back from Scotland. We're going back on Thursday. It's the 7th today, and we're going back up on the 13th. Is that right? Yeah, it's Thursday anyway. We're going up on Thursday. When I get back from Scotland, I can tidy up in here and get things back in order. I can sort that side out. But I'm just going to take this outside, put it together, and show you some photos of an idea of, you know, what the model's going to look like. I shall also transfer this same design onto areas of the fuselage. So there's a mix of like the star, the triangles, stuff like that. So yeah, guys, thanks for watching. If you haven't, please like and subscribe. I've done this video because I can't find many videos around sort of the materials we can get in the UK on covering and trimming. A lot of what you see with stuff like this is monocoat, which is an American material, I think. So yeah, I'm just, you know, trying to pick up and fill in little gaps if there's any around what we got in the UK, you know. So yeah, thanks for watching. The videos will get better. What I've been doing is I've been trying to get lots of videos out, and I've realised that I should get less videos out of better quality. So I am new to this YouTube thing. So yeah, so please like and subscribe, leave us a comment, have a chat, and the content will keep coming. Thanks for your support, guys. Catch you later. Photos at the end of the video. Bye bye.